I just had a really good conversation with my fiance, my partner. Got 1,000,002 things running through my head right now, and I'm trying to just quiet it down, because I know what I'm supposed to be doing is I'm supposed to be on here talking. I'm supposed to be sharing what's going on. That's why I go through all this shit. That's why I've always gone through all this shit. I knew this when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I went through really mess. I'm sorry about the roar, by the way, of the AC, but it's like the best position. So when I was a kid, I went through, crazy stuff like a lot of us have. Maybe not completely, but I didn't let it tear me down, man. I didn't, and I know that it intimidated a lot of people. Because I just wanted to move forward from it always. I just always wanted to move forward. I always wanted to be happy. I always just knew, especially because I don't, whatever, I'm getting into my ego. Sorry, hold on. Thank you. My name is Celeste Eve, alright? It means heavenly life. I didn't grow up with religion at all. There was like religion around. My step-grandmother is Jehovah's Witness, and my father had my father had a girlfriend who was Catholic, so I would go with her sometimes to that service and stuff like that. But all it was to me was that I got to get dressed up in pretty dresses and stuff. Pretty much. And I didn't listen. I didn't know about anything. It wasn't brought to me, it wasn't in front of me, even though it was right there. Like, it was as if there was like a blockage, a veil, like just. But as much as there was that blockage, there was this curiosity and just why is my name heavenly? Celeste Eve means heavenly life. Why is my name mean heavenly life? Why did my mother, when I would see her, tell me sleep with angels all the time and stuff like that? If there's I just knew there was something more. I knew there was something more, and I just, I was a very emotionally based creature, but I didn't know, everybody that was around me was emotionally based. It seemed like, just what with like anger and hostility and you can do that better, suck in your stomach, you should look like this in a picture. Like, just, I don't know, I'm rambling, kind of going on a tangent there. I tend to do that, but they're getting more controlled. I don't like that word, controlled. I'm able to see through the haze, which brings me to another point there, man. Like I didn't like my last name. I didn't like anything about me, man. I didn't like anything about me. When, though? Because it wasn't always like that. It wasn't, man. I really wanted to help. I wanted to sing. I was in Future Educators of America. I was so driven, man. I was always on the honor roll. Freaking poetry. I had composition books of poetry and songs, and I was so freaking motivated, and I had been molested. I had been abandoned by my mom, who left me with a child molester, but I still wanted to do so much. And then see, all that didn't get me depressed. And then this is where mental health issues come in, okay? Me personally, okay, mental health, all right, is a humongous part of my journey, of my story, of everything. I have been going to therapy since I was 6 years old. I believe, anyways. My memories are super duper hazy, which, you know, brings me to that last tangent. I used to go by Celeste Hayes. That was my thing. I thought it was because, you know, I was a pothead, but it was really because I was going through life in a total haze. Trapped in a motherfucking maze. But alright. Let's bring it back to the now moment, though, because all that is in due time. Oh wait, no, yes, thank you, angels. The mental health. So I wasn't depressed after going through all that crap and everything. I was actually a pretty freaking happy kid still. You know, I was so motivated, and then, you know, I'd go to therapy, and they put me on Zoloft. I think I was 10 years old, something like that. I'm not exactly sure even how long I was on it. I know that my father took me off of it because it changed me. It made me lazy. I was totally different. I remember my father using the word lethargic, and after that, that's when I really, my emotions, just took a hold of me, man. I was so desperate for attention and for love. I mean, it didn't help that both my parents are extremely codependent, you know, and no offense to that at all, but it's the damn truth, you know. I've gone through my codependency shit. I'm just now learning now that I'm not that codependent, because my fucking fiance, my partner's in jail. Yeah, the conversation that I had with him tonight was from jail. He is in trouble for Grand Theft Auto. It's not fucking true. It's not fucking true. It's all this mess, people fucking projecting what they've done and trying to flip the coin, you know, but it's not gonna work. I believe in God. My husband believes in God. Yeah, we've been together for almost 11 years, so I switch fiance, husband, partner. He's just that one. But, you know, he's sitting in jail right now for something that he didn't fucking do. He got accused of stealing a Jeep from the guy who molested our daughter. Alright? Oh my gosh, there's so much. There's so fucking much. I can't even begin. There's so fucking much. And I still have a fucking smile on my face. That is the reward. That is the reward. That is the reward, man. We're making it through, no matter what. Stronger, more resilient, more fucking awesome and confident and beautiful and fucking connected. Connected, man. Through it all. He's sitting in there and he's all he can think about. Our conversation was about how you know, everybody in there, a lot of the guys have been thanking him for you know, just listening to them and for him just being a bright light, you know, in such a fucking dark ass place, you know. I'm so fucking blessed. In the middle of all this shit, okay? I'm living in a camper that does not fucking belong to us. Okay, I can't even pay the rent that I'm supposed to be paying for it here. Living in a backyard of somebody who does not like me. She does not like me. She does not like me at all. But I'm fucking happy, man. I'm happy. go into that? I don't want to make the video too long, but I had no idea about spiritual awakening. I remember in 2020 we moved to Georgia. Moved into this. It was a handyman special that I found online for us, and I was so stoked, man. I got my side of the taxes, and I bought us a van, and I found this fucking place in Georgia where we could help fix it up, and then get, the rent would be much cheaper, and we'd be closer to Sean's family up there and all this shit. We were so excited. We were doing awesome, and it was all a fucking trick. It was all a fucking trick, man. We get up there, and the house is a shell, and it's cold as fuck up there, and there's no insulation, there's not even a floor, and the dude goes into his truck and pulls a gun, and goes to the front door to make sure that there's nobody in the, what? He had told us, oh yeah, the neighborhood's so good before, the neighborhood's so good, me and my kids would live there and everything. But yeah, you opening the door with a gun. Well, it's not like we could have left. We gave up everything, and this is not the first time we've done this. We have literally just always been trying to do better for ourselves. If something isn't working out in one place, then we cut our losses, and we try to go somewhere where we can be happy, because that's what you should do, right? You shouldn't just sit around and be fucking miserable. Hello, that's no way to fucking live. Anyways, so I remember laying on our air mattress, and it had finally gotten hot, and it was hot as fuck. And I'm not gonna lie, we were doing drugs too, and that made it worse, because you get up there, it was the middle of COVID had just hit, man. COVID had just hit, and it was a ghost town, man. That shit was scary. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to hate on any type of area, but that part of Georgia is motherfucking scary. And so we were bored. We're stuck in the fucking house all the time, and we met a local drug dealer, and we started getting high. And I remember laying on the air mattress and looking on Snapchat or something, or the Bitmoji stickers, and seeing woke. And I'm like, what the fuck is woke? I keep hearing all this shit about woke. What the fuck is this? and trying to, I just kind of blew it off. And yeah, I've always been, what I've called spiritual. I'm not religious. I'm not, I don't even know anything about. I'm just now learning about the story of Jesus, and I'm very, call me ignorant, call me whatever, but I'm very naive. I was very, now I look at it as I get to learn, man. I get to freshly learn everything, and that's so fucking cool, It's so fucking cool. I'm a blank slate. That's amazing. So anyways, up there, we were living, we go from that situation to a hotel, which we had already been in a hotel living situation. And then I found us this boarding house. I'd never heard of a boarding house except for seeing it in the drop-down menu when I would apply for food stamps. I didn't know what it was though. So we move into this boarding house, and shit got fucking weird, dude. Shit got weird, and I know that it was fucking supernatural, and I know who was involved. I know who is still involved. I know. I know. I just know. But I'm grateful for what happened in all the craziness, because it scared the living shit out of me, I'll tell you what, but it was the most beautiful, empowering thing that could have ever happened, to be honest with you, because my gifts started to open up. let's see that. I heard things that people didn't know that I could hear, and it saved my life. I know it did, because I know they were trying to kill me that day. Either that, or trying to get me to hurt Sean so that I could get put back into a mental institution, and blase, you know? So, in all the craziness, maybe one day I'll go into detail about everything that happened that night. Well, I grabbed my daughter. I couldn't grab my son too, because I didn't know what the fuck was going on, to be honest, and they drugged me. And I hadn't taken any drugs. I know I didn't for 2 days. Because I wasn't doing, at that point, I wasn't doing drugs like that, man. I couldn't, we didn't even have any fucking money, so how the hell was I supposed to do any, you know? And, anyways, I grabbed my daughter, and the bathroom in the house that we were staying at that night and everything wasn't working. So I was like, oh, I'm going to take her to the store, because I didn't want them to, I didn't know what was going on. I just knew that it was bad, and I've watched enough scary movies to know that I needed to get the fuck out of there. So I grabbed AJ, and we fucking ran, and I looked like a fucking fool. I looked like a fool. I know I did. I was wearing this fucking big ass robe with a bright yellow kitty cat shirt, and I looked crazy. I know I did. And I'm on the street just fucking yelling, if it's about the money, because this was right around the time we were supposed to get our taxes, and I just knew I knew what was going on, but I didn't know what was going on, you know. And I just remember screaming in the street, and I was being followed. There was this champagne-colored, like tiny old SUV that kept following me, and like, it was nuts. It was fucking bonkers. And when I remember yelling, if it's about the fucking money, just keep the money. I don't give a shit about it, you know. And when I said it, there was this guy across, and he was laughing, yo. He was fucking laughing, and like, it felt like everybody was in on it, and which made me feel like, you know, oh, I'm going crazy. But there was that not a voice, not just knowing. There was this knowing that I was right. That I just knew. I just fucking knew, man. So I kept walking. I just kept walking, because nobody would help me. Nobody would let me use a phone. My phone, oh, that's the other thing. I had my phone, and you know, like on the lock screen, it has emergency call. You should be able to press emergency call. Well, I did that, and it would ring, and it would go to this guy. And I've had to call 911 before, and you can hear phones in the background and all kinds of shit, you know. Didn't hear any of that. Just this dude, cool as a cucumber. Oh, well, where you at? You know? Bitch, please, I know that you ain't no fucking police officer or 911 response operator, any of that bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. So, and then I look at my phone, and it has this dial on it, finding location, and it's spinning like this. So I just turned the bitch off, man. I just turned it off and kept walking. And I gotta pause it real quick because my kids are coming in.